Shabbat shalom, everyone. If you'll please find your seats. Good morning, everyone. Shabbat shalom. Welcome to Temple Akib of Culver City. My name is Rabbi Zach Shapiro, and I'm here with Cantor Freilich, as well as our rabbinic intern, Hannah Bloomberg. And we welcome you to this morning of prayer, during which Sophia is becoming a bat mitzvah. It's such a great time to celebrate together with members of our Akiba community, family of Sophia, guests of Sophia. But as we enter this space of prayer, we come in, we leave the shtush at the door, we take a deep breath. Everyone do that for a minute. And we enter holiness. Members of Sophia's class were handing out both programs as well as prayer books as you entered. Is there anyone who is in need of a prayer book who somehow got through without? Okay. Wonderful. We're also going to ask before we start our service that you please take a moment to make sure that your cell phones are in the silent mode. And while they are away, just keep them away. We have designated photographers who can take pictures for us, and we ask that you please don't take photos during the service. Cantor, music.
So Sophia is going to be leading us through most of our service this morning, along with the rabbi and myself, but we love for your participation. We love for you to sing along with us. We'll be calling out the page numbers as we move through the service. Don't let the words get in the way. Some are in English, some are in Hebrew, but if you're not sure of them, I always say just sing la la la, but the more that we can engage and sing along, the more love we're showing to Sophia.
We're going to open with the singing of Hine Matov. It's on page 70.
Oh.
Whoa, hold on a second. We're on page 70 of our prayer books. This means how wonderful it is that we're together as a community. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. We turn to page 72. Sophia, we invite you along with your parents, as well as your grandpa Martin, to come forward for the presentation of the Talit.
As I wrap myself in the talit, I fulfill the mitzvah of my Creator. Bless Adonai, O my soul, Adonai my God, how great you are. You are robed in glory and majesty, wrapping yourself in light as in a garment, spreading forth the heavens like a curtain. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatef bat-tzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to wrap ourselves in the fringes.
Please turn to page 344, page 344. Sophia, you just did a mitzvah, fulfilled an obligation for the very first time as a Jewish adult, and that is putting on your talit. And to mark that occasion, we offer a blessing of thanksgiving, the Shehechianu, which tells us that we've made it to this incredible moment in time.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Turning back in our prayer books to page 84, we have an opportunity to capture the miracles of every day. This is called Nisim B'chol Yom, and Sophia will be chanting each of them in Hebrew, and we'll respond by singing Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat chorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael b'gvura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'dvara.
Amen. We continue on page 106 with the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadol v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma divrach yirtei, ve'yamlich malchutei.
B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, u'vizman kariv.
Ve'imeru.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach, le'alam u'amei almaya, yitbarach.
Yitbarak ve'yishtabach, ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitramam ve'yitnaseh, ve'yithadar ve'yithaleh ve'yithalal. Shemeda Kudasha,
Brichu,
Le'emin,
Mikol,
Birchata, Veshirata,
Tushbechata, V'nechemata, Damiram Be'alma,
Ve'imeru.
Amen. Our next prayer is the Baraku. It's our formal call to worship. We invite all who are able to please rise. We're on page 108.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. On page 110, let's please all read together in the Hebrew. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Yotzer or uvarei choshech Oseh shalom uvarei et hakol Hameir la'aretz veladarim aleha barachamim Uvetuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai kulam b'chochma asita mal'a ha'aretz kinyanecha titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha va'al ma'orei or she'asita yifa'arucha sela or chadash al Tzion ta'ir v'nizkeh chulanu mehera le'oro Baruch Atah Adonai Yotzer ha'ma'orot. Watchword of our faith, Shema Yisrael, is on pages 114 and 115.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated, everyone. Sophia continues with the chanting of the V'ahavta prayer on page 116.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lavavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'elech asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shokbecha uv'kumecha uv'shotam leot al yadecha v'chayu letotavot b'neinecha uchtabtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'yisharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yetem kedoshim le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohim Asher hotzetitem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'chiyot lahem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohim Adonai Elohim Emet.
That was so well done, Sophia. So we're bringing out some tambourines, and we'd like to invite members of your class of Akiba, as well as anyone in the congregation, to come forward and grab a tambourine, and we are going to fill this space with song and dance as we engage in the singing of Miriam's song on page 342, page 342. So come on up, folks.
Okay. Should I get tambourine? Should I be in front?
Stand like in front.
Thank you. So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one who leads the song. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety.
The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history.
With every thread and every strand she crafted her delight.
O woman touched with spirit, she dances towards the light. 5, 6, 7, 8, and the women dancing followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
As Miriam stood upon the shore and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought this was hard with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land.
5, 6, 7, 8, and the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand,
And all the women followed her just as she had planned.
And Miriam raised her voice in tongue, she sang with praise and might.
We've just lived through a miracle. We're going to dance tonight. 5, 6, 7, 8.
And the women dancing with their timbrels
Followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Micha mocha ba'edim Adonai. Mocha nedar b'chodesh. Noratihi lo dosei pelech. Noratihi lo dosei pelech. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Thank you, Zoe. Where did Sophia go? Okay. We're going to continue now with the Amidah section of our service. It's also a standing prayer, so we ask that all who are able that you please rise. We're on page 124, 124.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov. Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh HaKol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah, Rav Lehoshia. Mehakel Chaim Behesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berahamim Rabim. Somet Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Mihamo Haba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melach Memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Ve'ne'eman ata lahayot hakol. Baruch ata Adonai mechayeh hakol.
Nekadesh et
Shimcha ba'olam Keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei maron Kal katuv al yad neviyecha Ve'kara ze el ze ve'amar
Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh,
Adonai Tzevaot
We're going to take a moment for our own silent prayers. We can use our prayer books as a guide between pages 134 and 142. Or else just take a moment to reflect on what's going on inside of you. And when you're finished with your own private prayers, you may be seated. Akiva classmates, come on forward. Sophia.
Hey, yo, oh.
There's so much that goes into making a service with a bar or a bat mitzvah so special. Sophia, you have been leading us so beautifully to this point in our prayers, and you've taken ownership of the liturgy in such an incredible way. In a moment, you're going to take the Torah, an ancient document that's thousands of years old, and not only read from and chant from that text, but also share with your friends and your family, the community, your interpretation of that text. That's what makes Judaism so extraordinary, that we take the riches that came from generations before, but we add to it our own insights and wisdom based on our own feelings. So for this to happen, we need to take the Torah from the Ark, and Nico and Laura, we're going to ask you to come forward. We invite the congregation to please rise. We're on page 244.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'en kemasecha malchutecha, malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'hador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, av harachamim, heitiv avetzoncha et Zion, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, ki vecha levad batachnu, melech elram v'nisa, Adon olamim.
Nico, stay here.
Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato.
We now like to invite forward members of your family, like your dad, Freddie, to come forward, as well as your grandparents, Martin and Barbara Weinberg, to come forward onto the bima. We're going to be passing Torah down ledor vador, generation to generation. This began with a conversation between Moses and God at Mount Sinai. Moses handed it to Joshua, Joshua to the elders to the prophets, and the prophets to those of the great assembly. Time went by, and this same conversation is coming through your grandparents, into your parents' arms, and Sophia, today into your arms. As I've shared with you in the past, today you stand as a descendant, but someday you will be an ancestor, because through you, these incredible words will flow into the next generations. Ledor vador.
Ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador nagigod lecha, ulenetzach netzachim, ulenetzach netzachim, Kedushatcha Nakdish.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Mo.
Gadlu le'Adonai iti uneromema shemo yachdav.
Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Ha'olam omed. Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim.
Al Shlosha Devarim.
Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Ha'olam omed. Al HaTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al HaTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Torah li, Torah li, Torah sheli. Torah li, Torah li, Torah sheli. Torah, Torah sheli. Torah, Torah sheli. Ani sameach, ani samecha. Ani sameach, ani samecha. Torah. Sophia?
Torah sheli.
Torah. Torah sheli. Please be seated, everyone. So here's one of the amazing things with Sophia. I just pointed to where she's starting in the Torah, and she said, you were starting over here, and she was right. That's awesome. Thank you. We're going to ask everyone if you'll take your smaller sidurim and put them to the side. Please refrain from putting them on the floor. There's a spot in the seat in front of you. There's a shelf there, or if there's a seat next to you, place it down. And we're going to ask you to take the larger Chumash. This is the Torah commentary out. We can follow along with the Torah portion this week. Excuse me. It is on page 1350, page 1350. And you can share every 2 or 3 people. And we're going to call forward a number of people for an aliyah. Aliyah means to make a spiritual or a physical ascent. So both your bodies as well as your spirit will rise as you come up to the podium, to the bima here. And just so people know, near where the cantor is a handrail. So we encourage you to use the handrail if you would like, or the ramp, or you can come up directly on these steps here, and you'll be standing to my left for the blessings. For our first blessing, we invite back forward Martin Weinberg and Barbara Weinberg, grandparents, Ya'amdu Avram Mendel ben Hershleib veBatia bat Chana.
Baruch et Adonai Hambaroch
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher barucha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai notein ha'Torah.
Amen.
V'haya ki tavo el haaretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha nachala v'rishta ve'yashavta bach.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata basochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'Torah.
Amen. Thank you both so very much. You're going to stand by the cantor over here. Come and stand with the cantor. Martin, come on. Folks, hold on one second. We were standing right here. Martin, come back up. Yeah. You get to hang out with the cantor now for a little bit. Okay. For our second Aliyah, we invite forward Barbara Weinberg, Amy Wise, and Allison Forsyth, and Ryan Atkinson. I feel like I asked for 4 names.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're.
I did it. Yeah, that's why I wanted
Got it. Okay, there we are. Okay.
Do it again. Baruch.
Okay.
Oh, up here.
Yep.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher barucha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai notein ha'Torah.
Amen.
V'lakachta mereshit kol peri ha'adama asher tavi martzecha asher Adonai Elohecha notein la besamta vatene v'lakachta el hamakom asher yivchar Adonai Elohecha l'shakein shemo sham.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata b'tzochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'Torah.
Amen. Thank you so much, everyone. Congratulations. So you're all going to come to this side?
Yes.
And hang out over there. For our third Aliyah, we invite forward your Uncle Rob Weinberg, Ya'amod Raphael Ezra ben Avraham Mendel Vesora Yucha. Shabbat Shalom.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Malech Haolam Asher Batan Banu Mikol Hayamim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Uvata el hakohen asher yihyeh bayamim hahem be'amarta elav higadati hayom ladonai Elohecha kivati el haaretz asher nishba Adonai lavotenu latet lanu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you so much. You're going to stand right over here. No vows. No. For our fourth Aliyah, we invite forward Kenny Dower, Wendy Zalamek, David Zalamek, Jonathan Zalamek, and Tova Zalamek, Nancy Bloom, Loy Bloom, and Gabriel Bloom. And this Aliyah is in many ways in dedication to Dr. Leonard Dower, beloved father and grandfather to all of you who are coming up who just died, and we are in mourning with you.
Adonai Hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Velaka hakohen hatenech miadecha v'hinicho lifnei mizbach Adonai Elohecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you all so very much. My heart is with you. You're going to stand over by the cantor here. B'vakasha. All right, if you can hold on here. This next Aliyah is a very meaningful one because I close my eyes and all of your children were like toddlers in our preschool just a moment ago, and now here they all are at this age. So we invite forward Veronica Frausto-Gursky, Rachel Pellet, Paula Schulman, Anita Markowitz, Stephanie Cutler, Lonnie Freilich, okay, and Jessica Alicia to come forward. Ya'amdu Rachel Chava bat Simon Tov v'Sera v'Delilah Chava bat Yisrael v'Nechama v'Chana Mikaela bat Yisrael v'Rivka v'Shmuela Myra bat Yisrael v'Nechama v'Hechazan Saraita bat Hechazan Yaakov v'Yafa v'Rivka Rachel Chad Gadia. Oh, you got it all right.
Baruch et Adonai Hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ve'anita ve'amarta lifnei Adonai Elohecha Arami oved avi vayered Mitzrayma vayagor sham Vayhi sham legoy gadol atzum varav.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Group hug, everyone. Thank you, everyone. For our sixth Aliyah, we now invite forward Freddie Weinberg and Laura Forsyth. And Nika, why don't you join your parents? Ya'amod, Fishel Yehuda ben Avraham Mendel v'Sora Yucha.
Baruch Adonai, Baruch et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'na'atan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayareu otanu hamitzrim, vayanunu, vayitnu aleinu avodah kasha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Ta'amod, 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 ha'bachorah, ha'bat-mitzvah, etana bat fisher. We now invite the bat mitzvah, Sophia herself, for her aliyah.
Baruchu et Adonai hamavarach.
Baruch Adonai hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamavarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vanitzach el Adonai Elohei Avotenu, Vayishma Adonai et kolenu, Vayar et onyenu, Ve'et amalenu, Ve'et lachatzenu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. Wow. We want to show the congregation the actual scroll from which Sophia chanted so beautifully. So as we lift Torah, we ask that you all please rise.
Zot HaTorah asher sar Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai,
Please be seated.
yai lai 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 lai.
Friends, we're still in our larger Chumash. We're going to continue with the section from the prophets. We call this our Haftarah Portion. And this week, if we open up to page 1368, page 1368, we can follow along with the text from the prophet Isaiah. And Sophia will be offering a blessing before the Haftarah portion, which is not in this text, but then we can, once she starts the portion, we can follow along here.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nveim tovim v'ratza v'divrehem hane'emarim ba'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah Moshe Avdo Uv Yisrael Amo Unvinvieh Ha'emet V'Tzedek Kumi Ori Kiva Orei Ukvod Adonai Alai Zara Kihine HaChoshech Yehase Eret va'arafel le'umim ve'alayich yizrach Adonai uvado alayich yera'eh v'chalhu goyim le'orech umlachim lanoga zarchech Se'isavi einaich yori kulam nikbatsu ve'alach banaich mirahok yava'u uvnotaich al tzad te'amana.
In just a moment, Sophia will be chanting the blessing after the Haftarah, but during this time, members of her class will be handing out little candies that at the end of the blessing, everyone, where are the baseball players in here, Scott? Everyone will have the chance to gently toss onto the bima as a sign of joy. And when she's finished with the blessing after, those who are young at heart can come up onto the bima and take the candies. A couple of ground rules about the candy, everyone. One is that we don't have any eating in the sanctuary. No eating in the sanctuary, so stuff it into your pocket or into your purse when you're done and eat it outside. We also want to make sure that there's no crinkling sound, so try to avoid that once the candy is picked up. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, go for it.
Baruch
Yep.
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol ha'olamim tzadik bechol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh ha'medaber u'mekayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'neve'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha ve'linucha lechavod u'letifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach Umevarchim ota yitbarach shimcha beficho chai tamid le'olam va'ed baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
All right, folks, come and clean it up. Come and grab the candy. Oh, have a seat. Have a seat.
No.
All right, as we said, put that candy far away. No crinkling sounds. Benny, I think you won with the most candy in your hand. Make sure to give at least one to your dad and your mom, okay? Let's take our larger chumash and put it back and take our sidurim, our prayer books out. And if we open to page 253, page 253, right in the center of the page is a prayer for healing. This gives us an opportunity to take the strength that we've gathered during the service and to remember that beyond these windows and even inside this space are people who could really use an extra prayer, an extra embrace for Shabbat. So as we offer the first part of the blessing, think about those people that you're praying for. And when we get to the center, as my eyes meet yours, please don't be shy. Say those names out loud so we can hear them and so that we continue to pray for them as a community. As we prepare to place the Torah back into the ark, we turn to page 256, and we're going to invite Nico and your dad this time, Freddie, to come forward to open the ark. Sophia, come join us as well. We invite the congregation to please rise once again. Ki lekach tov natati lahem torati al ta'azovu. For I have given you a good instruction. Do not abandon my Torah.
It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom. It is a tree. Shalom, shalom. It's not a bush. Shalom, shalom. The tree of life. Shalom, shalom. Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim b'tomecha. Meushar eitz chaim hi lemachazikim b'tomecha. Meushar. Shalom, shalom.
It is a tree.
Shalom, shalom. It's not a shalom, shalom. The tree of life. Shalom, shalom. Shalom.
Please be seated, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Today, I become a Jewish adult. I still can't vote, drive a car, own a house, or thankfully, pay taxes. But as a Jewish adult, I take on responsibilities like participating in the High Holy Days and other responsibilities in the Jewish community. I look at being a Jewish adult as a chance to begin to move forward by taking on new challenges and readying myself for future adulthood. Before anything else, I would like to thank those who have come a large distance to be here. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa, for traveling all the way from New York to be here with me today. Thank you to Aunt Amy, who came from Ohio, to Aunt Allie and Uncle Ryan, who traveled from Arizona, to my Uncle Rob, Aunt Melinda, cousins Benjamin and Sadie, who traveled from New Jersey. And let's begin. Our Torah portion this Shabbat is titled Ki Tavo from Deuteronomy, the last book of the Torah. This portion commemorates the 40-year trip the Israelites took from Egypt to the Promised Land and the sacrifices they made. One of the many themes in this portion that stood out to me was that the Israelites survived despite the hardships they faced. Walking through the desert for 40 years, there was famine, drought, and war within the Israelites' own people. How they survived all of this in itself is a miracle. And just like there were hardships that the Israelites faced, Judaism also faced hardships. The people and their religion survived pogroms, acts of enslavement such as Egypt and Babylon, the Holocaust, and other acts of oppression. So how is it that Judaism survived? When I ask how Judaism survived, I think not only of the religion itself, but of the people who practiced it. I believe Judaism survived because of hope. Religion is like a blanket pulled over your head. It protects you and gives you warmth, a shoulder to lean on, and provides you with hope when your life is at its darkest. But if you pull a blanket over your head, you can't see. Tradition. Judaism survived because of tradition. I know I find comfort and a sense of home in traditional practices. This leads me to think that the comfort Jewish traditions brought kept the religion alive. Determination. Determination, the fighting spirit that surrounds the religion's past. No matter the challenge the Jewish people faced, they still persevered, blessing us with the religion we practice today. The sacrifices the Jewish people made on their journey to the Promised Land reminds me in a less intense way of the sacrifices my mother and father made for me. Whether that be giving up life without children or changing a schedule. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for the sacrifices you have made for me. I would like to begin my thanks for thanking Rabbi Zach, who not only helped me with my speech, but helped me better my understanding of Judaism. Thank you to Cantor Lani, who helped me learn the Haftarah and the Torah I chanted, and thank you for your beautiful voice, wherever you are. Thank you to Cantorial intern Liz for helping me with my prayers. And I would like to thank the men's group for the Tanakh, and the sisterhood for the beautiful Kaddish cup and the candle holders. I would like to thank my grandparents. My grandma Fran and Poppy are being loving and incredible all the time. They are not here in the temple, but they join us today on Zoom or YouTube. Thank you to my grandpa Marty and my grandma Barbara for giving me all the love and compassion I could ever need, and a special thanks to my grandma Barbara for being such a kind grandmother despite the fact we don't share a bloodline. Thank you to my aunts, uncles, and cousins. I really appreciate you being here today, and I would, of course, like to thank my mom and dad. Mom, thank you for just about everything. It would take too long to list about all the ways and things you do for me. But I would like to thank you for putting your heart and soul into my bat mitzvah, even though it's not your religion. Thank you, Dad, for so many things, but mainly for trying to be a better version of yourself every day. Thank you to all of our family friends from our Haftarah or from our neighborhood or anywhere else. I really appreciate you being here today, and thank you to all of my friends, some who I've known for at least 10 years, other who I've met last year. I can't tell you how much your support and friendship means to me. And lastly, I'd like to thank those who have passed. I would like to remember my grandma Scarlett, who I never got the chance to meet, but she lives on through all the people she touched in her lifetime. And those people, such as my father, join us today, bringing her with spirit. I would like to thank and remember my Aunt Heather, who I also never got the chance to meet, but she as well joins us in spirit through my aunts and mother. And finally, I would like to conclude by remembering Dr. Leonard Dower, whose family is here today. My Uncle Lenny, whom I was something technically like a half-granddaughter to, so I really only got the smiles and rainbows. My Uncle Lenny was always the biggest smile. I remember after I found the afikomen on Pesach, he would, wearing his biggest grin, motion for me to come to him. And he would lean over and whisper in my ear, then hand me a $20 bill laughing. And later that night, he would attempt to talk me and my brother into moving to his house, telling us all the reasons why, and at the mention of a vending machine, Nico was already packing his bags. The last time I saw him was per se not recent, and I wish I could have at least visited him, but he too joins us today in spirit by the smiles and tears of our family and congregation. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Beautiful. Ready, Lord? Why don't you both come up?
All right. Let's see. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay. If you would have told me in 1983, the year of my bar mitzvah, that 4 decades into the future, I'd be driving around LA singing Bohemian Rhapsody with my daughter in an electric car in Los Angeles, I would have said, that's crazy talk. But it happened. Sophia and I both singing at the top of our lungs, carefree and loving life. Becoming Sophia's dad, or being Sophia's dad, I should say, has been the most transformative, we'll leave that one out, and rewarding thing that has ever happened to me. Her passion, curiosity, and desire are really just getting started. Her yearning to achieve and do tough things reminds me that it's never too late or even too early. Her love of learning and connection to family reminds me of the wonderful things about Judaism and the things that kept me connected to faith and family. And the only other thing that matters, other people. Friends, family alike. Sophia came to this bat mitzvah day of her own accord. I did not force her. The Hebrew, the Torah, the culture, the songs. She took it all on her own, and that makes it even more special. Knowing that foundation of community, service, tradition, and connection will always be here for her is a small comfort in these uncertain times. Many of my dreams for Sophia have already come true. She's kind and generous to others. She devours books, loves nature, and is never far from gratitude. Whether collaborating with friends on a new book idea, a bakery, or working as the neighborhood babysitter, she's already getting after it and earning, so that's good too. And that all makes me so proud. She's humble and not afraid to fail or admit that she doesn't know something, and that's always a great first step. something I think at 13 might make her more mature than me. Along with the endless possibilities that lay in front of you, and I really do believe you can do just about anything, there is a chapter closing that makes this moment bittersweet. Because, while you will always be my baby girl, you most certainly are not a baby anymore. As you enter the world, a woman, a Jewish woman, and become an adult, I guess I'd ask only one thing. Don't discount or discard the child completely, because loving, learning, and discovering are forever young. We get old, those things never do. And also because one day, I might want to be a grandpa. And instead of an electric car, I want to be flying around in a spaceship with a son or daughter just like you singing, Galileo. I couldn't be more proud. Mazel tov, get after it, baby girl. Congratulations. Thank you all for
coming. Mine's very short. Mazel tov first, and congratulations. Although you're going to come across many challenges in life, this bat mitzvah is a big step, and you will achieve a lot in life. Just keep on going. And your singing is good.
Sophia, I am so proud of how well you have led us today with such a beautiful voice in the tradition of bat mitzvah. Your Torah portion reflects difficult journeys people are often forced to make, yet through challenges they persevere. These challenges can be physical, mental, and emotional. You chose to attend religious school. You chose to learn Hebrew. We did not require you to do so. You seek answers to complex questions. You often choose your own way, even when it is quite different from your peers. You lean towards shy, quiet introversion, yet you are leading a community of people today. It is hard to honor one's true self and to choose a path of lifelong learning. You will be challenged. You will meet many obstacles along the way. My hope is that you will be wise enough to see opportunity within those challenges, seeing what you can learn from them, persevering as written in your Torah portion. And how fortuitous that your naming ceremony was last night. As Sophia Eitana is a name reflecting that you are a gift to us with enduring strength and wisdom. Therefore, I know you will use your enduring strength to always question and to seek wisdom. You are a voracious reader. You are creative and an old soul. You are a baker and a total foodie. You nourish your mind and soul. As attributed to Aristotle, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. You not only have a creative and smart mind, but you have a heart. You care deeply for others and at times for your brother. My hope for you is to always trust in yourself, to gain more confidence, to continue to be a fish swimming upstream, to carve your own path with your enduring strength, while also being wise enough to know when to ask for help, when to be strong and when to be vulnerable, when to reach out and when to reach in. While your stubborn strength is often challenging for me as a parent, I absolutely love you. Mazel tov, Sophia Eitana Elizabeth Weinberg. No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
You stay here. You don't get to sit down. You're always here. There we go. How you doing?
Well, I would say.
Yeah. I think all of us would say you're doing pretty well. Sophia, what a remarkable opportunity it is that we get to be here with you as you guide us through Judaism. Again, as I close my eyes and see you as a toddler in our ECC program, and then growing with this beautiful chavurah of families to this milestone in your life, and hoping upon hoping that we get to continue to see your light flourish and to hear your incredible voice, which is so pure and so deep. It really is a gift for your namesake, Etana. It's a real gift for all of us who are in your presence. As we were meeting, you asked a number of questions, and one of them that stuck with me was a real penetrating question. You asked, why, when the Jews were faced with dangers, well, why didn't we give up Judaism? And I told you I'd think about it. And my answer to your question, I didn't have to answer it. You answered it in your speech. You gave us 3 reasons why Jews have held on. You talked about hope, tradition, and determination. I have been resonating with those themes ever since you first shared them with me. The fact that we have hope, the fact that we lean on our traditions, and the fact that we are a people of determination, those really are the reasons why we never gave up and that we've stuck around. And here's what's beshared, here's what's meant to be. I wanted to share a midrash about your question about a fish, and then your mom talks about being a fish swimming upstream, and we didn't compare notes on this. The fish are considered the wisest animals in Judaism. They're considered the wisest ones. And there's a midrash about a fish who is in danger of being swallowed up by other fish. And so he's swimming upstream to get away from those fish when he comes across a wolf who is at the shore. And the wolf says to the fish, "Fish, come out, sit on my back, and I will make sure that you don't get eaten up by these other fish." And that little fish says to the wolf, he says, "Well, if I come and sit on your back, you're going to swallow me up. I'd much rather stay in the water where I know that there's danger, but I know how to swim upstream, and I know how to navigate it, and I can lean on my traditions, and I can have my hope, and I'm determined." The 3 things that you just spoke about. The fish said that to the wolf, and the wolf went away hungry, and the fish went away with that hope, that tradition, and that determination. Continue to be like that fish, Sophia, swimming upstream, sometimes against the tide, using your glorious voice and your deep wisdom to continue to make the world a better place. We are so proud of you, and we wish you mazel tov.
Hi.
Hello.
We're so proud of you today. And I just wanted to tell you how lucky I feel to have watched you grow from a 2-year-old toddler in the ECC, and not just as a cantor, but as a family friend, and watched you grow from this little child who was playing to this incredible young woman who is now leading us with such beauty and such grace today. It's been such a pleasure for our families to get to know each other, to see you at birthday parties and sleepovers and all of those kinds of things. I feel so fortunate to have seen this incredible journey and to watch you grow from that more introverted, shy person to your amazing, quirky, wonderful, funny Sophia self, and to watch that side of you shine. So thank you for bringing all of those gifts to our congregation here today and to me personally throughout all of these years. We love you and we are so proud of you. Mazel tov.
We're going to ask your classmates from Akiba to come forward once again. I believe there's a family talit here that we're going to use. Thank you. Come on up, folks. Oh, this is so beautiful. So we need a couple of tall people on that side.
Whoa.
Gabby, can you come over here? Take this corner. Thanks.
Can we switch sides? Because I can only lift with this. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May God's light shine through you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom.
May God's light always shine through you, Sophia, and grant you the gift of shalom, of peace. Amen.
Amen.
All right, everyone, group hug.
Oops.
All right, we love you. Bye. See you later. You stay here. Okay. It's now our honor to call forward on behalf of the congregation Scott Markowitz, who is a member of our board of directors, and he is a longtime family friend to you and to so many of us. Scott, Shabbat Shalom.
I have some paperwork to do too, but welcome to Temple Kiva. For those who've never been here, welcome to our beautiful space and our beautiful congregation for this wonderful, amazing, phenomenal, wow. That's all I can say is wow. I am lucky enough to not only be a member of our congregation, but also a member of the Haftarah group, and have seen Sophia grow into a beautiful young lady. Mazel tov to you both. It's just so beautiful, and like your dad said, it's because it's something you chose. You're a Jew whether you want to say it or not. Sorry. Because your inside is Jewish, and because your belief is Jewish, because your spirit is Jewish, because your kindness and your heart are Jewish. That's what's important. That's one of the major importances of being a Jew. And to all of us and to all of our Haftarah, you are a Jew. So know that. We're very proud of you today. We have a certificate stating that you were called to the Torah on this beautiful day in honor of your bat mitzvah, and according to Jewish tradition and laws, you are officially an adult. Better watch out. You keep babysitting, they're going to get taxes on you. There's also, on behalf of the congregation, there is a tree that has been planted in the state of Israel to allow your life and your spirit to continue to grow as a member of the Jewish community. I feel so blessed to be up here today. Once again, Freddie and Laura and all your family from near and far, we as members of the congregation and the Haftarah group wish you guys a very hearty mazel tov to you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Scott. We've got one more heirloom, one more tradition that we have at Akiba, and that is the signing of our Lador Vador scroll. For those who haven't seen it yet, I'm going to lift this up to show you. It's a piece of artwork that our congregation commissioned a number of years ago by the artist Mordechai Rosenstein. And it says in Hebrew, Oreinu me'ir tov yoter yachad, which means our light shines brighter together. That's Temple Akiba's logo. That's not our logo, that's our motto. And there's a lot of beautiful artwork that surrounds this scroll, but it's blank on the inside. And every person who becomes a bar bat mitzvah at a kibbah has the opportunity to sign it. So today, Sophia, we're going to have your signature right here. Wonderful. Oh, comma. Everyone say Mazel Tov once again. And Sophia, just know that whenever you come to Temple Akiba, whether it's next week or 10 years from now, or 30 years from now, say to whoever's here, I want to see my name in the scroll, and we'll pull it out. It's always going to be here. Friends, we continue now with our concluding prayers. If we open our prayer books back to 282, page 282, about halfway down the page, we invite you to please rise once again.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
On page 288, as we prepare for the Mourner's Kaddish, we offer the following setting. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We remember friends and family of Sophia who have died, who will always live in our hearts from their eternal resting spaces, including Scarlett Weinberg, Heather Forsyth, and Lenny Dower. Scott, we remember your Aunt Rona, whose funeral was just this past week. And to all who have a loved one you remember, we offer words of comfort through the Mourner's Kaddish together on page 294. Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabbah B'alma dibrach rotei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uvyomechon Uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael Bagalau v'izman kariv imru amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Leolam U'Amei Omaya. Yitbarach, V'Yishabach, V'Yitpa'ar, V'Yitromam, V'Yitnaseh, V'Yitadar, V'Yitaleh, V'Yitalal, Shemei Tekudashah Barichu, Le'elam bin Kol Birchata V'Shirata, Tushmachata V'Nechemata, Damiran B'Alma V'Imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'Chayim, Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael, V'Imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael, V'Imru Amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say, Amen. How are we closing, Catherine?
We are closing with the singing of Oseh Shalom, but it's a lot of hand clapping, so we encourage you to remain standing, but put your books down on your seats and join us. And Laura, Freddie, and Nico, we're going to ask you to come up and sing along with us.
Oseh Shalom b'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Oseh Shalom b'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'Mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael.
Friends, in just a moment, we're going to break bread with a motzi. And right afterwards, we're going to ask all of you to please take the smaller prayer books and carry them out with you. Help to put them back on our shelves. Members of the 8th grade will help and assist at that point. But for now, let's break bread.
You ready?
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon.
Shabbat shalom, everyone, and Mazel Tov! Whoa, I'll take it from the celebrant.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no! Thank you.